Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. In the last episode we talked to Everett and we managed to get information on where to find our gun. But the small problem we have is that I don't actually know where the fishing village boardwalk market is. So I think right now my goal is to go and explore that. The only small problem is we have to walk all the way back. Do you reckon Leo has anything new to say to us? Hang on.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Okay, Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me more about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
The little guy chuckles again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too.
What can you tell me about Manana?
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
What can you tell me about Titus?
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice friendly sort old Titus is.
Is he? What can you tell me about Everett?
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell me about Rene.
The night guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old Rene. They lived on the same street their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once.
Wait, hold up. Gaston was your human studies teacher?
Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him. I was just a boy back then.
Okay, I want to talk about something else.
Sure, mister.
And I'm off. Interesting. Okay, well that took up a little bit of time, but it didn't even... We learned some interesting things there. A little bit of experience. I'm not sure if we got anything that would actually help me very much. Oh god, I'm lost. I can never remember how to get out of this place. Is it this way? It is this way. Should we try and open the container again? That's probably a bad idea. Can I get up to the fishing village? We've got like an hour before we need to speak to the smoker. So, the smoker on the balcony. So I'm going to have to go up to the fishing village, try and find the boardwalk, come back down to the smoker, and then run back up to the fishing village. This is going to be a lot of running, I think, in the next couple of episodes. I wonder if we should talk to Measurehead again. I kind of just want to pretend that he doesn't exist. I don't know if that's the correct choice. Do I want to go into Frit? I could sell my my tear. Let's quickly do that while we're standing right next to it. Over to the machine. I might talk to her again, see if we can get any more information.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your
Insert my
bottles plunk
bottles.
into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Hey, we almost made 1 real. That would have been glorious. Does she have anything new to say?
Is this about...
That's a no. Okay, it was worth checking. I'm tempted to buy a health thing, but I think we'll be alright. I do believe that that would also be famous last words, so I guess I'll probably find out later on that I did need 2 of them. I don't think I need to go back into the whirling. No, I do genuinely think getting my gun is a primary concern. Or at least finding out who has the gun. The problem is, we are about to meet somebody who we know has a gun. So that's kind of terrifying. Because they could shoot us. But I mean, did we sell our gun loaded? I don't know. How easy is it to get ammunition in this world? So now I haven't come across any. Right, here's the fishing village. So in theory, is my shack. Somewhere up here is the boardwalk. Let's zoom all the way out. Can we get over here? What's this? Is this the boardwalk? This looks promising in some way or another. Where are we going? I've asked to go up here, but we're just going to walk off in this direction? Oh, do we have to go up here and around? I want to go up there. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Let's go up here first. Oh, did the sea come in this far at one point? Because this looks like a pier where they build stuff. I guess a boardwalk. Yeah, that would explain that, wouldn't it? What's in this box? Money. Let's go. What's this? Are they locked? The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. What is this? Field or felled electrical.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
Can't do anything with it. Curious what those things are, but keep looking around. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. And they were very security conscious around here, apparently. There's a phone down there? Oh my god, is that the phone? We can get in on the roof somehow? Oh god. Okay, this is getting a little bit more expansive than I had imagined. Do I want to keep looking this way, or do I want to go back down and look at the thing that's down here?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to look inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know,
He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Say, can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
I guess that's because to shoot, you just need to see a rough shape. You don't really need to see detail as long as you know what you're shooting at. What's up this way? Oh, hello. Are you the cryptozoologists? Have I found them? Wait, I want to look down here first. Oh god, there's a box. I saw that. Money, let's go. Oh, dog kennel. No boat in the boathouse. No, it's a boathouse. Oh, hello. Some magnesium. And some oversized superstar sunglasses. They're the kind of sunglasses that I would probably wear in real life, so I can't judge too harshly here. I love aviators. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Where does it tell me where on the boardwalk I'm supposed to meet these people? You must meet her near the old fish market. That doesn't bloody help, does it? How do I know where the old fish market is? Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust. What's this?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Oh no. Can I increase my visual calculus? Hang on. I think I'm wearing my visual calculus stuff. I'm not. Okay, wait. Okay, hang on. I think I only had the one thing that increases my visual calculus, and it's literally the glasses. Okay. Let's try.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Let's talk to Kim about it first. Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs.
Yeah, I have a horrible feeling this might be an execution wall or something.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why don't you see fully automatic rifle fire?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Something we didn't manage to maintain in the real world. Right, visual calculus, 72%. Cross your fingers.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet, no sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Conscience round is where you have, say, this many men. Most of them will have blanks. One of them will have the live round. They all aim at the same target. And no one knows who shot the killing blow, which makes everyone think that they fired the blank and it wasn't them. Trick of humanity right there. Let's look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Leeches, fleas, and thieves, all the freeloader scum living off the hard work of others. Such is your belief.
Oh my god, okay.
Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Let's look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty. Dark duty.
Who were they?
Overpriced mercenaries putting down some rabid dogs. Someone's got to do it, right?
Look at the person standing on the side. The commanding officer, I no doubt.
The commandant. The one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Him. Who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center down the coast, as their building was taken over by the revolutionaries.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Yeah. Goodbye.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Grim. Realities of war, though. The sign says, Interdite? An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here. No one would pay now. Can we get in there? I don't think we can, but there is a car in there. Oh, what is this place? A couple of boxes. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Oh, some tap. Nice. Some coinage. Another box up here. A peepo peepo? What's a peepo peepo? Like a balaclava? What is that? The small wire framing inside this futuristic looking foul peepo hat gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. It gives me more logic but lowers my perception and makes me look cool. Let's go! Alright, well, there's nothing else up here. That has increased my logic by 2, which is nice. Should I go talk to these guys, or do I want to go the other way? This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. So we could talk to these gentlemen up here, but I am subtly aware that I'm running out of time. This does look like a dead end. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. Some money there. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, what is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
But... What? How bizarre. A boy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. We are looking for the helmet. For the armor. It could potentially be around here. Let's speak to these people while we're here. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Who do I want to talk to first? This man right here? Let's talk to this man.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
Okay, this accent instantly gets a +1.
There's a cylinder on the ground, in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Wait, hang on a minute. Morel the cryptozoologist or Gary the crypto-fascist? What?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. Let's withhold the whole story. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, you crypto-fascist.
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind. Can you tell me about this phasmid you're looking for?
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sorts of specialised techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
Here we go. How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you. But why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colourful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
So, what have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So, no one has ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough, that even he seems to be taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for, a spectre.
Lena said there had been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Wait, Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
He says with some pride.
More than some, he admires this about her.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course, but we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivorous stick insect? Seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
What a wonderful response.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She's sighted the phasmid? You didn't tell me that.
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another cough into his fist? Mate, you need to get out of here. You are apparently getting sick. Maybe you could go back to the whirling warm-up and come back to check the traps later?
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve? while we were sipping tea at the hostel.
Use the corpse of proof of its existence.
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than...
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
Whoops, I mean, he was going to say sorry, but I accidentally clicked. The pursuit of knowledge is its own justification.
Is it?
He doesn't look too convinced, but the small shrug indicates, why not?
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
So what do I do if a phasmid is in one of these traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Wait, lay it on me.
Wise choice.
I'm sure this won't go bad. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
I'm ready, let's get to it.
Right, which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
I'm running out of time here.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
So you're living your childhood dream out here? Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateauquan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Let's nod approvingly. Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the third.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Okay, I would go through these choices, but I'm desperately running out of time here. So you're living your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Oh. And I'm not going to insult him by asking him why he's not a real zoologist. Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
I'm going. Okay, so it is 54 minutes past 8. Let me just double check the smoker on the balcony. Sometime after 9. I'd like to do it like straight after 9. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the episode here, and in the next episode we shall go and talk to the smoker on the balcony. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It means a lot to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.